Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Summary: Fahrenheit 451 is a dystopian novel by Ray Bradbury, published in 1953, that explores a future American society where books are banned, and firemen burn any that are found. The story follows Guy Montauk, a fireman who begins to question the oppressive, anti-intellectual society he lives in. Bradbury's novel critiques censorship, the impact of technology on human connection, and the loss of intellectual freedom. Plot summary. 1. Montauk's life as a fireman and his encounter with Clarice. Guy Montauk is a dedicated fireman whose job is to burn books, which are illegal in this society because they provoke independent thought and dissent. Montauk feels content with his work and his superficial life until he meets Clarice McClellan, his 17-year-old neighbor. Clarice is a free-spirited young woman who asks Montauk questions about his happiness and the world around him, sparking a sense of curiosity and discontent within him. 2. Montauk's growing doubts and Mildred's overdose. Clarice's unconventional views and questions make Montauk rethink his role as a fireman. Soon after, he finds his wife, Mildred, unresponsive from an overdose of sleeping pills, though she denies it when she recovers. Mildred spends her days absorbed in parlor walls, giant interactive TV screens, and dismisses Montauk's concerns, embodying society's shallow, disconnected lifestyle. Montauk becomes increasingly disillusioned with his life and begins to question the purpose of his work and the ban on books. 3. The fire at the old woman's house. During a raid, Montauk and the firemen are called to a house where a woman is found hiding books. Shockingly, the woman refuses to abandon her collection, choosing instead to die with her books as the house burns. This event deeply disturbs Montauk, who secretly takes a book from the scene before the fire consumes it. The woman's sacrifice haunts him, pushing him to reconsider the purpose of books and the society's obsession with censorship. 4. Montauk's crisis and his meeting with Faber. Montauk's internal conflict intensifies, and he reveals his stash of hidden books to Mildred, who is horrified. Driven by his need for answers, Montauk contacts Professor Faber, a retired English professor he once met. Faber explains that books preserve the depth and variety of human experience and helps Montauk understand that the real issue lies not just in the banning of books, but in society's unwillingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Faber gives Montauk a small earpiece for secret communication, helping him strategize ways to resist the system. 5. Montauk's rebellion and his confrontation with Captain Beatty. Captain Beatty, Montauk's fire chief, becomes suspicious of Montauk's behavior and taunts him with knowledge of literature, daring him to act on his rebellion. Beatty tries to manipulate Montauk back into conformity, but Montauk ultimately stands up to him. In a confrontation at Montauk's house, where Beatty forces him to burn his own home, Montauk turns the flamethrower on Beatty, killing him in a moment of anger and desperation. Montauk then becomes a fugitive, escaping the city and the mechanical hound, a robotic enforcer used to track down dissidents. 6. Montauk's escape and joining the book people. Montauk flees to the countryside, where he meets a group of intellectuals, known as the Book People, led by a man named Granger. Each member has committed a book to memory, preserving literature in a world where it is forbidden. The group's mission is to safeguard human knowledge until society is ready to learn from it once again. As Montauk joins them, the city is bombed, symbolizing the collapse of the dystopian society and the hope for a new beginning. Key themes. 1. Censorship and the value of knowledge. The novel critiques censorship and highlights the power of literature to provoke thought, empathy, and understanding. Montauk's journey reflects the importance of intellectual freedom and the dangers of suppressing ideas and knowledge. 2. Conformity versus individuality. Bradbury explores how a society that values conformity over individual thought leads to a disconnected, superficial existence. Montauk's transformation represents the reclaiming of individuality in a society that discourages it. 3. The dangers of technology. In Montauk's society, technology is used to control and pacify the populace, keeping them distracted from reality. The novel warns of technology's potential to replace human connection and intellectual engagement, leaving people isolated and apathetic. 4. The search for meaning. Montauk's journey is one of self-discovery and a search for meaning in a world that discourages it. Through his interactions with Clarice, Faber, and the book people, Montauk learns that true fulfillment comes from knowledge, understanding, and connection. Conclusion. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury is a powerful cautionary tale about censorship, the loss of intellectual freedom, and the dangers of a society focused solely on entertainment and conformity. Montauk's transformation from a passive enforcer of societal norms to a seeker of truth underscores the importance of questioning authority and valuing knowledge. Bradbury's novel remains a timeless commentary on the role of literature, free thought, and individualism in preserving humanity's collective wisdom.